Because we would men this very afternoon, the title I've been given is Radical Humility. A guy once said it was pride that changed angels into devils. It is humility that makes men angels. It says humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. Turn me to Micah chapter 6. Radical humility has a root. We know that radical means root, right? Let's find out what the root is of humility. In Micah chapter 6, in verse 8, it says, He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. I hope you see God is good. What does the Lord require of the men of the European world sector? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before their wives, right? To walk humbly before their bosses, to walk humbly with your God. You know, we can choose to be humble where we want. But the Bible says that God wants us to be humble as we walk with Him. You know, I remember when I first became a region leader. And I was in a lion's den. And the name already makes you scared right away, going into the lion's den. And I was in the lion's den with Colby, with Sean, and with Frank, and all the guys were there together. And everyone was getting discipled. And it came to my turn. And so, how you doing? And I was like, yeah, I'm doing good. Nothing's wrong. Got nothing to confess. Everything is smooth and dandy. And then Michael said, do you know that you're super prideful? And I was like, no. No one has ever told me that I'm prideful before. You see, we can walk around in our lives thinking we're humble until when someone tells you you're actually really, really prideful. But what is the root of humility? Walking with God. Walking with God. Not walking with anyone else, but walking with God. Turn me to Acts chapter 20. I really want to show today what it means really to be humble. Because I realized that in my own life, I used to think I was humble until I really saw that the root is walking humbly with your God. Because only God, when you're able to walk with God, only then can you be commanded by God. God doesn't call anyone to walk with Him unless He can send them to do something. Most people think, I want to have a relationship with God, but they want to be commanded by God. God is the one who commands everyone. And unless you're commanded by God, you will never be humble. In Acts 20, it says, in verse 19, I serve the Lord with great humility and with tears in the midst of severe testing by the plots of my Jewish opponents. Paul says, I serve the Lord. It says that, and he did it with great humility. There is no way to serve God unless it's with great humility. Humility is what makes us able to serve God. Where there is no humility, we're not able to serve God. Where there is no humility, we're not able to be used by God. God has in there are two types of people in the world. Those who walk with Satan or those who walk with God. Satan was kicked out of heaven because he was prideful. And for us, we got to be leaders who are humble before God. The Bible says, I served God. It doesn't say, I serve man. It doesn't say, someone else served God for me. It says, I serve the Lord with great humility. You see, unless we want to be humble, we will never be used by God. And I was thinking about, what does it mean to serve? What does it mean to really serve? You know, in the Old Testament, God called one person a servant. It says, Moses, my servant, is dead. And I was wondering, why would God call him a servant? And I was thinking, what does the word servant mean in Hebrew? I'll tell you. In Hebrew, the word for servant is ebed, which is E-H-B-E-D. And ebed actually stands for a bond slave who has been set free by the owner, but chooses to stay with his owner. But if you go deeper, in the pictograph meaning of the Hebrew word ebed, it says that it's ayin beit dalet, which means that the picture of the eye means to see, to know, to experience. It says it's the picture of the tent and indicates a family or a dwelling place. And that is the first letter of the Torah that identifies the Son of God. The let is the picture of the doorway that points to a gate. This is a place where change can take place. So a servant is the only one who has had that intimate experience, has been to the door place, walking with his God, who knows how to take people there where change can take place. That means for us to be servants, we need to walk with our God. The only reason why Moses was used is because he was humble. And I challenge you today, We got to be humble before our God. And it starts by praying this prayer. God, please humble me. And to God be the glory.